Hi guys, today I am going to be doing an everyday look, just basic makeup, like stuff that I would wear like if I don't feel like being too dramatic with my makeup. And not only that, I'm also going to be trying out the Betsy Johnson brand of brushes today too, that I've had since December, but I decided that I wanted to hold on to them until I decided to do like a makeup tutorial video, because I hadn't made one since October. So before I start, I'm going to tweeze these things that I call eyebrows. So I'll be back because this is going to take a bit, because I have not tweezed these things in like forever, because it's just really hard for me to keep up with my eyebrows sometimes, and sometimes I just let them grow out. So be right back. And now I'm back. As you can see, I tweezed my eyebrows. This one's still a little bit red. It was a very painful process, and it always is for me, because I never really use wax strips. I just tweeze the whole thing. But usually my eyebrows already look like this, and all I have to do is just like get little extra hairs. But that's basically how I start my makeup like every day. Even if I'm not doing the heavy and dramatic look, I always start off with my eyebrows. So now I'm going to start off with eyeshadow. So let's check out these brushes. Wow, they're really pretty. I really like the really dark pink tip of it, and then like how it's like light pink in the middle parts. They're actually like really pretty, and I'm really excited to use them for the first time. It just makes me sad to dirty them up with eyeshadow, but oh well. So I'm going to start off using this brush here. Do my eyeshadow first, because I just don't like the fallout mixing in with my foundation, because it makes it very hectic when trying to dust it off your face. So I just start off like this. And I'm out of eyeshadow primer, so bear with me if it's not really dark and intense, but I'm gonna try and do that, because usually that's how I do my eyeshadow, even if it's not like completely dramatic. I just put it on just like this, just on the lid, and then kind of like blend it upwards, kind of shaping it just a tad bit. I decided to just talk on this makeup tutorial. Can't talk today, because my last one I just put music over me doing my makeup, and I just thought, I ought to do something different this time, just to see how it goes. And if you guys like me talking instead of just music, just let me know down in the comment section. I usually do my eyeshadow in the shape of a cat eye, because that's usually just the type of eyeliner I like to do. But if you don't really necessarily want a cat eye, you can just do it rounded, like how I started off doing it. But as I do one eye, I always gradually just try to shape it in a direction of how I'm going to have my eyeliner going. It usually helps. Well, at least for me. And this brush here, I really like it. It applies really well too. And it's very soft and fluffy. I like that. Usually some of the brushes I've used in the past are just like really stiff. This one actually works pretty well. So I highly recommend this brand so far. Now this next part, I usually put eyeshadow on my bottom lid, and for that I'm going to use this corner brush or angle brush, and I'm just gonna put the products I use like down in the comment section like I've been doing for like the nail polish and then my last makeup tutorial video I did. And I just put it on like so, starting from like where this wing kind of is. I try to like, sometimes I kind of have to like add a little bit more to the bottom part just so it's like in a straight line. I just kind of start from this angle too and just take it to the middle and connect and kind of blend it out too. And kind of just blend it upwards to blend in with the eyeshadow up here. One thing I can say, when I do this, sometimes it takes me a really long time because you just have those days where your eyeshadow just never goes right, or you just have literally one eye that looks better than the other, or the eyeshadow looks higher up than the other, and as much as you try to fix it, the other eye looks totally different. But to me, sometimes it's kind of like how the eyebrows are. Eyebrows are not meant to be twins, they're cousins, and sometimes your eyeshadow and eyeliner tends to do that too. And I think it just has a lot to do with the fact that technically really the body is not really perfectly symmetrical, but as long as you try your best to get it exactly the same, no one will really notice unless they just really look. And that's the finished product of the eyeshadow. Really basic, but this is just for if you just don't feel like doing a whole lot. Now we're gonna do the other eye. Yeah, I just highly recommend this look like if you're just casually just like going to the grocery store or something and you just want to look less dead in the face and look like you're alive just a little bit. Or if you just don't like going out without makeup, but you just don't feel like doing super dramatic stuff, fancy things like fancy eyeshadow and all that extra stuff. I usually just used to do this look all the time when I was in school. I never really did a extreme a lot, but then there were some days I felt like being extra and just walking up into school like a rock star diva. But one of my favorite brands that I do have to say that I use and I've been using since like I want to say 7th grade is Hard Candy. I just really love their products and I love the fact that they're cruelty free and they just have really pretty shades of eyeshadow and their products work pretty well. And that's the eyeshadow brand I'm using. It's called Rated X and this is like one of my favorite palettes. The shades though don't have names. Oh, that's the only thing. Oh, and by the way, this is the look I was telling you guys about. If you don't feel like doing the cat eye, you can just do it rounded like this. Because also sometimes I do it like this too. but that's a whole nother video. I might make another video of all the different basic looks I do, but this is just one of them, like one of the few I do. And on this side, you're just gonna do the same thing that you did with the other eye. And I can tell you this eye here, I always struggle trying to make it look like this eye. I don't know why it's such a struggle, but it is. I hear so many people talk about that, like how you have one eye that looks so amazing and then the other eye just messes everything up. And then you have to take forever to fix it, to make it symmetrical. And you just drag it down the bottom lid. And connect. To me, this is just like the classic raccoon eye look. And this is like one of the styles I've always kind of liked growing up, like how it looks. Just simple and not too fancy. And pretty easy to do. Like especially if you're just a beginner in makeup, I highly suggest this. Because once you get the hang of how to apply eyeshadow and how to shape it, you can pretty much do any eyeshadow look you want. And you can add in other colors. And like I mentioned before, this eye always wants to do its own little thing. So I'm gonna take a minute and maybe kind of either wipe some of this off, like right here. I don't feel like I really just don't want to make this one higher, so just bear with me a few seconds. And by the way, if you guys haven't already, I posted a nail tutorial last Friday, and it's called Rockstar Leopard. And basically, my nails don't look as pretty as they did like last week because they kind of chipped a little, but if you guys want to learn how to do some really cool nail art, or just a rock-star-ish kind of nail art type of thing, go ahead and check it out after this video, guys. I feel like I sound so awkward talking to this camera. But please bear with me. Eventually I get used to it. It's been a while. Oh, the one thing I hate the most is when I realize I've missed pieces of hair after tweezing my eyebrows. It's like they just appear out of nowhere. Like the hairs that you miss. Kind of like similar to when you shave your legs. I know a lot of people can relate to this, like they think their legs are just like shaved perfectly smooth, and then boom, like a few minutes later, after you've like already left the house or something, there's like this random freaking patch of hair still on your leg. That's happened to me so many times going places, and I'm like, crap. Hopefully you guys can't see it though. I really can't see it on the camera, but like as I'm doing my makeup in this mirror, I see it. Come on now, work with me. Just like, no, I'm just gonna look different from the other eye. The amount of frustration I feel right now. Oh gosh. These few hairs are really bothering me, so I'm just gonna like get rid of them. Alright. Give me just a second. I'm gonna ask my sister's opinion because she's very honest. Is it even? Knew it. Also, this one like pointed perfectly. And that's why I'm so mad. And then this side just doesn't want to ever do it right. Alright, now that that's done, I'm going to do the foundation. I literally forgot to wet this, so give me just a second. I am going to wet my beauty blender. And yeah. And I'm back. Now let's see. Oh, there it is. I thought I lost my... I was literally about to say mascara. My foundation for a second. So for foundation, I use Revlon Age Defying 3X. And let's just say it works pretty good based off of all like the foundations I've used. I use Natural Beige 35. And it's pretty good because it has SPF 20 and some sunscreen inside. So, good for your skin. Alright, enough of that. And usually I just put a little bit on the beauty blender and just kind of like go over my big gigantic forehead. It's like the first thing I do, literally. And then also I like to kind of like take it down in the areas I don't put eyeshadow, just so my face is just all one color. And this is something that I used to not do, and I used to really notice it a lot in my pictures. And it just looks like I have like a darker shade up in this area, but no. Well, darker shade of like brown or tan with my eyeshadow, but no. And something I do want to say is I don't really consider myself as a beauty guru, so please bear with me because this is just how I do my makeup. You don't necessarily have to do it my way. You can just do it like your way, like however you apply your makeup. But this is just me doing me, so. And also cringe at my cringiness, because I'm pretty sure I'm very cringy. And I can say like one thing about this foundation, it's really good at coverage, especially if you have dark spots from like previous acne scars or just scars in general, like from like a scratch or a injury. It works pretty well for that. Also, one important thing about foundation is like if you're new, let's just say if you're a new comer to doing makeup and you're watching my video, this is one advice I do want to give to you, is when you're doing foundation, you want to make sure you get in your hairline, also on your ear, like in this area, and just blend it, and then blend it going downwards to your neck, because a lot of people just stop right here. You actually need to take it down. But this is very important because especially if you want it to look all the same color, and this lighting is literally awful. It makes it look like this stuff is just like really, really pale. But I do have really pale skin. Well, tan wise, I have a really pale tan. But you just want to make sure you blend it in really good so it doesn't look cakey or blotchy. I mean, it just take like a little few seconds to just make sure everything's blended well. Oopsies. Also, another thing, especially if you wear your hair up, you definitely need a blend. But the only time I suggest taking it to like the very back, like right here, when you put on foundation, is if you're wearing your hair completely up. Now, if you're just wearing your hair down like mine, you just really just need to worry about this area of the neck and down towards the chest. Just blend it in, because really when you put on foundation, you should never be able to tell when the foundation starts and when it ends. So it's very important to make sure it's all blended. Next time I really need to put on moisturizer before I do a video like this, because I didn't realize how dry my face was today. And speaking of that, I really need to get back into doing skincare because my face, it needs a little bit of tender loving care. Next thing I'm going to do is my eyebrows. I usually just use a black pencil. A lot of people really don't recommend using black pencil, but I use it because that's my hair color. I tried using brown in the past and it looks weird. It looks like I dyed my eyebrows brown or colored my eyebrows brown. If you want to use professional terms and wear it, oh, right here is my mirror. Get it together. I'm just gonna take a little second to kind of I try not to make my eyebrows like too thick when I fill them in. I try to make them look as natural as possible because I'm more into like the natural brow instead of like all fancy, and it's just that type of eyebrow isn't me. I just like the thin, twiggy eyebrows. But everyone has their own thing when it comes to makeup. So this is just how I like to do it. I do it like the old way. I guess that's what you would call it. Let's just hope this eyebrow doesn't give me issues. It's like always this side, like my right side, it gives me issues. It just shows me like how unsymmetrical my face is. It really bothers me so much because I just want it to look like the makeup to like be perfect on both sides, and my body is just like, nope. This side's gonna look like this, and you're gonna like it. And as I expected, this one's longer than this one, the tail wise. It always happens. And that's as good as they're going to get. I guess you could say that. Yeah. The next step, I usually just also take the pencil eyeliner, and I go, before I do the cat eye, I usually start off with a pencil eyeliner, just so I can hold on, I need a little bit more eyeshadow on this eye. And basically just go over like the lid, lash line, and then for the waterline I do the same thing. And I usually, the reason why I apply pencil eyeliner first before I do liquid is because it just makes the eyeliner just a little bit more intense. And you're just gonna do the same thing on the lash line on the bottom where the waterline is. And it doesn't matter how pointy it is because you're not really gonna see it once the liquid eyeliner covers it up. Now liquid eyeliner, I use the Stroke of Gorgeous by Hard Candy. Now this is something that I used to get asked quite often a lot when I went places or school or just in general, like friends. How do I get my eyeliner so perfect? Well, today I'm going to show you guys how I do my cat eye, and I wouldn't say exactly perfect, but I have a really long experience of doing it. I would say doing cat eye eyeliner since 7th grade. It's just been my staple eyeliner because I just feel like it goes well with my eye shape. And one thing I do need to say is not everyone has the same eye shape, and which means some winged eyeliner may not look exactly like how someone else does it. So I highly recommend, like, if you have a complete different eye shape than me, like my sister for example, her eyelid part up here comes down just a little tad bit more and it kind of covers. I would say she has hooded eyes. Say if you do, I would highly recommend watching a video how to do winged eyeliner for that eye shape. But for anyone that's watching my video that has my eye shape, this is how I do my winged eyeliner, and if you want you can give it a try. So I basically start from the end like this, and by the way, I'm really sorry for the long intro before I do my liquid eyeliner. I just wanted to notify you guys that are watching this, and I just kind of like drag it around like this, kind of like, and what I do is I try to make sure it's as straight as possible as I drag it down. Now this will take a few tries if you've never done wing eyeliner before. But it's okay if it doesn't turn out exactly perfect the first time you do it. Practice makes perfect. But today, since I'm not really doing a dramatic look, I just do a simple wing. I don't really do anything fancy with it. And then for the bottom part of it, I try to like start from like where I last started. Well, I stopped, and I just bring it down like this. And this one here, you don't really want to get it, like liquid eyeliner, you really don't want to get it on the waterline. You just want to stay on the lid area, genuinely. But if you do accidentally get it in the waterline, it's okay. But usually what happens when you do that is it just gets all in your eye, and that's happened to me so many times, and it's really annoying. And what you're gonna do is just make sure it's just like shaped really evenly around this area. And now, kind of like in this area, kind of connect it. Like this. And today I'm not really going to do a small wing on the tear dud area, because usually when I do just the basic makeup. I genuinely don't really do that for this look, but you can if you want to. But this is the finished product of one eye. And now we're going to do the same thing on the next eye. And sometimes I don't start the same on the other eye. Sometimes I just go ahead and just do the lid and then do the wing. But it doesn't really matter. And one thing I can say about this is sometimes I have one wing that wants to point upwards and one that points like straight. And I don't know why that usually happens, but it does. And today I'm trying my best to make the winged eyeliner perfect on both. And this one, I just get it in the waterline by accident, so hopefully my eyeball doesn't turn colors. But since I did that on this one, I kind of need to just bring it up on this one just a tad bit more, so it looks the same on both sides. And just kind of connect this little area. Since we've done the eyeliner, let's move on to mascara. Now for mascara, I like to use, basically, I like to use Hard Candy, and I also like to use Wet n Wild too. And today I'm using Max Volume Plus mascara by Wet n Wild, and it works really good. And I'm pretty much almost out of it because this is like the favorite one out of the 3-pack I got back in 2019. It really makes your lashes look really, really long. Also with this look, I really don't do any lashes because, yeah, it's really no need, especially like if you don't really want a dramatic look. But if you want to use lashes, I would suggest maybe a natural kind of lash, or if you want dramatic lashes, you can do that too. But for me, usually when I'm on my down days to where I just want to do something simple, I just skip the whole lash applying process and just put on volumizing mascara. I mean, I have pretty long natural lashes, but sometimes I like to make them a little bit longer. But today, and just like any other day, I just do this. Just apply it really good and don't put too much on to avoid clumping. That is the worst, when your lashes clump. I don't know if anyone's ever had this problem before, but when you accidentally like put a little tad bit too much, or you just, how you put it on, it just makes your lashes stick together. That used to happen to me like the first time I ever started applying mascara, and I used to be really annoyed by it. And I learned like this one trick, which I really don't recommend, but I used to do the safety pin trick, where you would take a safety pin and kind of separate your lashes. Very dangerous, but it was a little something I used to do. Mainly back like when I was in, I would say junior high, but I highly don't recommend putting something that sharp near your eye. And my light died on me. Oh, just great. Let's see if it turns back on. Voila. It's like you're taking too long. I'm tired of staying on. I honestly think I should invest in another boom light, because this one, it just, I don't know what the deal is. It constantly has to be recharged. when it's not charged, and it's like right now, the light doesn't shine as bright. So, but I'm almost done anyways, so it doesn't really matter. As long as you guys can still see me, that's a plus. Doing this, you don't have to apply, if you don't want to, you don't have to apply mascara to the bottom lash, but that's what I like to do. Now we're done with that. Now let's test out the blush brush. Oh, it's so soft. The color is so pretty. For blush, sometimes I do blush and sometimes I don't. But today, let's just say, is a day I feel like doing blush. So I'm going to do like a kind of a peachy color. It's from the brand Fantasy Cosmetics. This was given to me when I went to cosmetology school, so I don't know exactly where you can get it. All I can tell you is it's like a peachy kind of color. And what I do is I just kind of like go up like this and yeah, just blend. The light is dying. You can barely see it. Oh, you can kind of see it. Yeah, I'm kind of plug in the boom light. I don't know if it's gonna stretch this far. I might have to scoot my set back a little bit. Alright, now we're back. Okay. Let's see. I don't know if y'all can see this or not. There we go. And honestly, you can use any of your favorite shade of blushes with this. It doesn't exactly have to be the same one I'm using. But this is like my favorite color. I did go through this one phase where I like to use like orange, like an orangey blush. I swear this light keeps dying on me, like. Oh no, it said it's brightest setting. As long as you guys can still see me. Next time I will definitely keep my light plugged in. But yeah, I just make sure I get it on the apples of my cheek and blend it upwards. And also with the simple look, I don't really do contour and highlight. I just add color to my cheeks. That's about it. Let's make sure it's blended really good. Okay, now what I'm going to do is the lips. Now for lips, I usually either do a lip balm, which I have been using the Coconut Rose Tinted Lip Balm in the Hard Candy Maryiln Monroe collection. Isn't it pretty? I love the design on this. I usually do this, or I do like a nude kind of look, which I'll show you both because both are really pretty with this look. And also you can do any shade if you want. If you want to do just lip gloss, tinted lip balm, or just just any type of lipstick in general, you can. But this is look one I'm going to show you. This is like usually the look I do. Just pink lips, lip balm. And for lipstick, I usually, and the light goes out. No, don't go out on me. Alright, now as I was saying, I usually use the Kat Von D Bow and Arrow shade. This is a pretty old shade. I've had this since like summer of 2016. I'm really surprised it's last that long. That just shows I don't really wear a lot of lipstick. Well, I really don't wear a lot of makeup unless I'm going somewhere, but this is my go-to shade if I want to do lipstick. So give me a second and I'm going to show you guys what it looks like with the lipstick. Okay, so I'm back from wiping off the lip balm. So now let me show you how it looks with the lipstick. And this is just, I like to do a nude. You know, it's just simple. And it goes with everything. Also, I just like the pale, kind of pale lip kind of look. I'm almost out of this and I'm kind of sad. This is my favorite shade of matte lipstick. Alright, that's as good as the light's gonna get, but this is just my go-to look that I do majority of the time, just this. Now, final step, I use the Hard Candy's Long Wear Sheer Envy Setting Spray, and this lasts you 12 hours. And it has cucumber extract and it's for hydration, which I really need on this flaky face of mine, which you've probably noticed throughout this whole video. But here we go. Whew. And this is the final look. So I just want to say, despite the little malfunctions with the boom light, I'm really glad you guys bear with me. If you guys have watched this long, thank you so much. It means a lot. And that's all I really want to say today. Or all I really can say. But if you like this look and this is something that you want to see more of, like looks like this or just more makeup tutorials, just give me some like suggestions in the bottom of some makeup looks you want to see. And or if you like makeup tutorials or like this makeup tutorial, you know, just leave a little comment and give me some feedback if there's things that you want to see or you don't want to see. Well, this is it. Thank you for watching. Bye bye for now.